Hi, it's Julie at Love's Beginning with a talk called Learn What to Ignore. Okay, the first statement I was given is when it seems that someone else's speaking causes disturbance in you, this is an illusion. That one over there is a surface speaking to you to reveal your inner disturbance and my focus on a surface. So if anybody's surface is something I find disturbing and I'm reacting to it, it's mirroring back to me. My focus is on a surface. The surface is not a real thing. So I have to look past that surface and to be curious, like beyond the surface, what is really within. And I feel like it's training to focus on what is within at all times. Fear kicks up here because I am accustomed. I look at a past and I analyze this past I see, and out of this springs a story, and here's the story. I can analyze and judge what is going on, and based on that, I can navigate my world. That's what I believe still. And I think in order to not be harmful, to be helpful, or maybe even to get what I want and avoid what I don't want, this is what I need to hold on to as a modality. I have to analyze and judge a surface and operate and navigate the separate being from that perspective. Otherwise, there's just no being here. Like, I'm screwed, basically, if I don't do that. Okay, so there's the threat of the ego. But at the same time, the guidance is focus on the inner at all times. And that takes care of everything. So when you notice that your focus has strayed to the outer, and you notice the chatter of judging your outer or somebody else's outer, your surface or somebody else's surface, when you notice that chatter and that disturbance, you have to refocus on the inner, that which is the same everywhere, that which is without opposite, and then allow whatever arises to arise from there. And that feels good. That feels right. At the same time, though, there's still this chatter that says you won't get what you want, or you won't be compassionate, you won't be kind, you won't, because all my previous definitions of compassion and kindness have come from the idea that I, as a separate one, can operate the compassion and kindness by judging and analyzing surfaces. So there we go. there we go. Like, there's this pullback from the past, from a perception of the past, and then there's just the present moment as it is, which I can always acknowledge and be still in and allow. So there it is. It's up to me. It's my option at all times to focus on one instead of the other. And all separate self-interest is tied up in the other, is tied up in the idea of navigating as a separate one through the story to serve my self-interest. So, yeah, there we go. There I am. Okay, the next statement. As you learn to ignore the surface and what ego tells you it means, you open up space for spirit to speak through those you call other, and through this one you call yourself. They are one. Still getting the hang of this, because as I move through a world, I run into a lot of beliefs that the whole idea of threat is based on, I am so fundamentally different from you that you will attack me or you'll ignore me or will despise me or something, or maybe the other way around, I don't know. But it's based on difference, not on sameness, and it is based on anticipation of threat. So maybe then also the need to hide or the need to defend, the need to withdraw or the need to attack. And if there's just sameness under every surface, then the entire story goes. The entire story goes with no need to defend or attack. Where are we? What do we do? What do we do now? What do we do next? Those are ego questions. But I'm learning to look through the surface. And ego would say this is cold, This is unkind. This is not helpful. I don't know. I don't know anything about that. I just know the call to look through the surface to the sameness and to rest quietly and to let everything come from there. That's very strong right now. And in the light of that, old patterns are going to break up. So old patterns of the perception of my separate self being kind, that's going to break up. Old patterns of the perception of my separate self being helpful, that's going to break up. It can't be controlled through fear, right? That if I control it as a separate self, if I act out kindness or friendliness, that's from fear. So a trust has to arise into that space that still everything will be taken care of. It's not micromanaged by separate identity, but still everything is taken care of. And so it's like waiting that extra beat and having the faith and the trust that things do work out when you're not trying to control it. Okay. I have to pause here because, well, actually, no, wait, I want to address one more thing, then I'm going to pause. The reason I'm going to pause is I was given a song when I was receiving the outline for this message, Stand By Your Man, and I didn't notice that, so I'm going to go listen to it, because what on earth is that? I don't know, but I'm going to go listen to it and figure that out. But before I do that, allowing spirit to speak through the ones we call other. If I'm going to do that, that means I'm asking a lot of everything, and I should ask everything of everything and allow everything that truly is to extend back to me through everything I see. And we all have this power. We might not believe it. We have to work on letting our belief and that we can't do this. We have to work on letting it go. But if I'm going to ask Spirit to speak to me through everyone, then I can't have Spirit speaking through me when it's not speaking through somebody else. You can't set yourself aside as different from anyone or anything else under the surface. That there's that sameness. And you want that sameness. You want to see evidence of that sameness everywhere. And that sameness does not involve hierarchy. The beauty of this moment and what can come through in this moment, that transcends any idea of any past or any limit I would assign to anyone or anything. So this just feels very big, this opportunity to allow Spirit, love, joy, peace, whatever you're going to call it, truth, to extend through everyone and everything. That means I can't have any definitions for them. I have to fling the doors wide open, not constrict anyone with a definition, and be open to what's going to flow through them, and not put any conditions on how it's going to flow through them. Okay, so I'm going to pause and listen to Stand By Your Man and see if that means anything to me. There is a little bit after that, so let me look at that. Whenever you pretend one thing in the illusion is real, you tether your foot to a stake in the ground. You do not know what anything is, and you don't know what anything is for, but you can be shown in each moment. Okay, so in the light of that, I will go listen, and I'll be right back. So it starts, sometimes it's hard to be a woman giving all your love to just one man. And then what I was shown there was, I've had trouble with the words I love you lately, because I realized I don't know what they mean. I don't know what love is. I don't know. I've had times when I'm thinking like, I don't know what a miracle is. I don't know. I'll think the simplest thing and I'll feel certain. I don't know what the hell it is. I felt like this about love lately. Like, I don't know. I'm not even going to say that word. I don't know what it means. And so, giving all your love to just one man, if under the surface, everybody is the same thing, everybody is love, everybody has everybody else's love already. But we're supposed to be loving here. But if I'm a loving ego, I'm stuck in the same nightmare. Ego uses frosting, like fake love, as love, and that's never going to help me discover real love. It's an enactment of a fake love, an opposite to hate, and that's going to leave me in the nightmare forever. So in letting that go, I'm realizing I don't really know what the hell love is. But giving all your love to just one man, well, if all your love is located in the only thing there is, which is also love, which is also the true identity of everybody, it's already given to just one, because there's only one of us. And in that, there is no giving all your love to just one and not another. That doesn't exist. That's not real. So that's what I got out of that. And I'll go back to the song. Okay, but if you love him, you'll forgive him. So this sounds like the man's cheating on the woman, and with the being told to look under the surface story, it's weird because it feels like there isn't even a story. But if the story's affecting me, that's when I have to stop and go in and sit where there's no difference and understand I can't let the story keep swaying me left and right, lifting me up, smashing me down. I cannot let the story do that. It's just a story. And guess what? It's a story of my invention. Every single time, my invention. No matter what peephole you're looking through, I'm looking through the Julie peephole. I believe I'm this separate entity called Julie. You're looking through the whatever it is, the name you have, peephole, and you believe you're this separate entity in the story. But no matter what peephole you're looking through, I stole the peephole terminology from Kurt Vonnegut. It doesn't matter. You're always making up your own story. And further than that, if you're distracting yourself with it and you think it means something, there's something you can do about that. There's always something you can do about it. Another line from the song is, "'Cause after all, he's just a man." And I think, well, we're all just characters. If I'm caught up in judging or analyzing or categorizing or putting the characters into hierarchies or comparing or abandoning one character over here because I think it's going to work out better with this other character over there, it's just playing with the Play-Doh. It's just playing with the Play-Doh. It's just characters. And this says, "Keep giving all the love you can. Stand by your man." And I've been in a position lately where I'm thinking, I don't know how to give love. This giving love from one to another that I understood before has all crumbled. I don't understand anything about it, and so therefore I can't even do it. And so I'm left helpless. I cannot give love from one ego to another ego. However, I'm not left helpless because I have the growing ability to see everybody as the love we all are, and to just rest in that love, and to allow love to animate the character, and to find the willingness to allow love to animate every character I meet, while at the same time feeling I still have many layers of defense up. Many layers of defense, but that's okay, because every day is a day for me to feel them, understand they're not necessary, and let them melt. So what do I do more than claim that I'm loving? More than claim that I'm loving, we'll say I still have a concept of myself as separate, and I have many, many defenses up. That's more accurate. And every day, I'm understanding how to let those defenses be in the light and allow them to melt. So the lines from the song are, "Stand by your man and show the world you love him. Keep giving all the love you can. Stand by your man." Well, I have to stand by my man. I have to stand by all the men, all the human, all the persons, all the characters. Not just one, I have to stand by them all. And to stand by my man, any man, I have to look through the surface and see the light that can shine out through any character at all. We have to be in our equality. For me to be loving, I have to be in my equality. I have to be rooted in what's real. Otherwise, the entire thing is insane. I'm going to love some and hate others. It's insanity. If you look out into the world, we see plenty of evidence of the insanity we're allowing in our minds. That's all it is. It's just a mirror. So what do we do every day? Allow the cleanup. Allow the cleanup of insanity. I was focusing inward the other day when I was driving, just taking a moment, and I was driving through the fog with my daughter. And, I took that moment and then, rested. And then I looked in front of me and I'm driving right behind a van that says disaster cleanup. So that's what we can do. Instead of trying to be especially loving, which is never going to work, trying, we can allow it. We can just allow the cleanup of the defenses that we're holding up against love. And if I believe I'm especially loving while another is especially hateful, I'm lost. Crazy. That's okay, because I can feel what crazy feels like. Any tension or stress, that's what that feels like. So when I know I'm relying on crazy to run my day because I'm feeling tension or stress, I can rest. I can let thoughts surface. I can bring thoughts to the inner light. There's always something I can do about that. Okay, well, that was fun. All right. So the next statement I was given, as you allow this sense of me agreeing with you and me in opposition to you to melt, you can be shown in each fresh moment. And I am finding this more, that I can let the idea of what the me's are and what's happening with the me's, I'm able to let it go more and more. And it does mean that I need to walk through every situation, dropping all the judgments that ego tempts me with. So it's like walking down a pathway and figures are appearing on both sides. They keep holding things out to you, and you have to just never take what they're offering you. All the thoughts the ego can so easily give you to judge and analyze and figure out and take one of those thoughts and use it to try to control a situation. So it's like you got to just stay on the pathway, stay with spirit, let spirit show you how things unfold. Let spirit show you the equality among all beings. Let spirit show me how everyone is blessed. And that means I have to step out of that micromanagement and control. And for a while it can look like I'm doing nothing. But I just have to be patient. I have to be patient and just be patient, basically. That's where I am. When ego will arise, when I'm not doing anything yet about something and want to berate or, urge me or tell me to be nice or be friendly or be kind, and I don't know how to do that anymore. The thing in ego that says, hey, you ought to do things rises up. So much of it has been dismantled. I'm like, well, I don't even know the first thing to do. So I better just sit here until something's done through me. And then eventually something is. But building that faith and trust after learning and learning and learning not to listen to ego. Okay. You as a separate one don't need to help anyone. I kind of kick up at that. I do. I'm still like, are you sure? I'm not sure about that. But you can allow help to flow through you. As you allow help to flow through you, you allow help to flow to you. That makes sense. So more and more it's about knowing there's no reason to worry. There's no reason to panic. There's no reason to berate. There's no reason to criticize. There's no reason to sort, categorize, analyze, lift somebody up higher than myself or anybody else. Smash someone down lower than myself or anybody else. Look out and say the problem is anyone or anything but my own thinking. This is what it comes to. But there's always something to relax back into. And when I relax back into that place of peace, I can allow help to flow through me. As I allow it to help through me, it flows to me. And that's the only resource I need. Ego will tell me I need many other things, and I'm still listening to it. But I can feel the disturbance of that. And every day I can take every chance I'm aware of to relax back out of the tension of that listening to ego and believing what it says is true. Okay? So, hope things are going well for you. I know saying that can be a big joke sometimes if you're walking through a lot of intensity, but however it's going, I am wishing you happy healing.